This is a slingshot we built in 1 minute, but how will it compare to one we built in 1 hour and one we invented and built ourselves in 1 day? Just to find out which design is the most powerful. But to find out, we need to start with the 1 minute build.
We grabbed the popsicle sticks and started gluing them together. We decided on 3 sticks on each arm. So for the handle, we needed a total of 6 sticks to attach it to the 2 arms. Then we cut one of the ends of each handle stack to help position the arms at a correct angle. Lastly, we will glue 2 more sticks on each side of the handle to add support and keep it all together. Finally, we drilled 1 hole on each arm to attach the elastic. Once the elastic was secured, the slingshot was complete.
Even though it was just a minute, it didn't feel easy. Every second, we kept asking, will these sticks hold? Or just crack the second we pull it back?
We held it steady, aimed, and fired. And for something built out of popsicle sticks, it shot harder than expected. And in that moment, we realized, even with some scraps and a ticking clock, you can still build something that can do some damage.
If that's what 60 seconds can do, what happens when you give it an hour?
We started with a sketch. It might not seem like much, but that sketch gave us direction. It let us see what we needed, what we were aiming for, and how to actually bring it to life.
We started with a single plank of wood that we found lying around our house.
So we only got 1 shot. If we mess it up, then we won't have a second chance for the 1 hour build.
So we took our time measuring everything. Frame length, arm position, grip length. They might seem like small details, but when you're going for power, the small things matter most.
We measured out the length of the frame first. This not only holds everything together, but it's crucial for power. Too short and it's no better than the 1 minute build. Too long, it's impossible to hold.
They have to be just right.
Then came the arms, the Y shape that holds the elastic. If the arms aren't positioned right, you lose accuracy. If they're too thin, one pull can snap them off. So we had to make sure the wood was thick enough to hold the tension and withstand multiple shots. And finally, we moved on to the handle. We placed the design on it and started up the bandsaw.
It sounds like a small detail, but it isn't. You need something that feels comfortable, but it's still something you can lock onto when things get tense.
We cut, we sanded, we drilled. And now came the testing. We pulled back, and the first shot did not go as we had hoped. It felt weak, and for a second we thought we messed something up.
We went back and looked at everything. Everything seemed to be intact, but after 10 minutes, we figured out that the elastic is the only issue here.
So we decided to swap it out. We went for a shorter cut and doubled the elastics on each side. This should give it way more tension without having to pull as far back.
We tested it again, and this time it did some damage. The power changed drastically. Who knows what could stop this now?
We wanted a weapon, not a toy. And with an hour's worth of careful thinking and deliberate action, we got it. And it only made us hungrier for what was next.
The minute build was simple. The hour build was powerful.
Now came our next challenge, 24 hours to rewrite what a slingshot could be.
We wanted something we haven't seen before. Something to stand out from the builds we have already made.
The plan was to use our 3D printer to build something we could not achieve so easily with our limited knowledge of woodworking.
We sat down and started building a 3D model. But this wasn't just any simple model. This had to be unique. We measured again and again because we don't have time to print prototypes over and over again.
12 hours later, and the design was finally complete. We needed this to be perfect. We took the leap of faith and hit print. Now we have the longest 5 hours of our lives ahead of us. 5 hours have passed and the printer finally finished. So now for the big reveal. We built a slingshot gauntlet, fully 3D printed.
So it's time to test it.
All the work we put into this gauntlet and seeing it in action made me very nervous. All the time I spent designing this gauntlet was either gonna be worth it or a complete fail. It all came down to this shot.
We loaded the gauntlet and got ready to shoot. We released the trigger, but nothing happened to the balloons. We thought we missed, but watching it all back, we saw it clearly hit the balloon.
We were shocked and utterly disappointed, but maybe it just didn't hit the balloon correctly. So we tried again, and surprise, surprise, the same thing happened. The ball just bounced off like it was nothing.
We felt defeated, but not ready to give up. We ditched the trigger mechanism, and I decided to give it one shot without it. And as I pulled back with all my might, the gauntlet snaps, hits me in my face, and leaves us empty-handed.
When I saw it snap, it was heartbreaking, and I couldn't help but feel like a failure. We just wanted something that was unique and powerful for you guys. Sadly, I don't think we'll make it happen this time. To be honest, we knew this would be the weakest of the 3. But come on, it should at least pop the balloons. Unfortunately, we don't have time to go back and start again. Maybe with some more time, stronger material, and one more print, we can get it right. But for today, we failed, you guys.
So to call it the overall best and most powerful slingshot goes to the 1 hour one. Then second place goes to the 1 minute one. This slingshot honestly surprised us. We honestly thought it was on par with the 1 hour one until we did the watermelon test.
Last place, the best looking and most unique.
The day 1 gauntlet.
But we still hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time.